What's up guys, Justin here with the CGEssentials.com, back with another Blender quick tutorial for you. So in today's video we're going to talk about how we can quickly add an HDRI background to light your images inside of Blender. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. Alright, so this example model comes from KITBASH 3D. I will link to the collection that contains this model in the notes down below. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a video talking about how to add an HDRI background to your images. Because right now if we were to click over into rendered view, you can see how we don't have any kind of lighting in this scene, so there's no background or anything like that. So if you go into rendered view right now and you're to render this out, so if you're to do a rendered image, you get this really like dim, like not very good lighting inside of your scene. And so you could come in here and do a Shift A and add like a sunlight or something like that in order to light this up and make it look a little bit better. So if you added a sun, you could bring the sun in here, you could adjust this to generate some shadows and things like that, and it'd look a little bit better. But what we really want is we want some realistic lighting that also acts as a background. And so the way that we're going to do that is we're going to use an HDRI image, which is basically an image with light associated with it. And so the way that we're going to do this is we're going to go into shading, or into the shading tab, and what we want to do is we want to adjust our world settings so that we have an HDRI background in here. And so the way that we're going to do that is we need to go down and we need to add a node in order to do this. And so what we want to do is we want to edit our world properties inside of this tab. And so the way that we can do that is we can come down here, we can click on this drop down, and we can adjust the option for world rather than object. So in the past we've kind of used object in order to adjust where our materials go inside of the 3D space, but you can also click this drop down for world and you can actually adjust the settings of your 3D world as well. And so what we need to do is we need to add a specific kind of node in order for this to work. And so the way that we're going to do this, we're going to do on Shift A, and we can just do a search, and we're going to look for environment texture. And so what an environment texture is, it's basically a texture that gets applied to your 3D environment. And so what you need to do is you need to go open a HDRI file. And so there's a lot of different places you can get these. One of the better ones is HDRI Haven. So HDRI Haven has a ton of free HDRIs that you can download. So you can see if you go to their website, they're 100% fan supported. So if you do like what they're doing, make sure to support them so they can keep doing it. But let's go ahead and let's select, we can just select this first HDRI right here. And you may need to be a little bit careful with the ones you select depending on what you're trying to do, but I think this ought to be fine for us for right now. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to download the 4K version of this. So I'm just going to click on 4K. What that's going to do is that's going to download an HDR file. And the HDR file is basically a lighting file that contains the image and also the lighting information. And so now that we've downloaded that file, we can go into our environment texture node. And we can click on the button for open. So what that's going to do is that's going to allow us to go find that file. So in this case, I'm going to open this up right here. And then you need to make sure that you attach the color output node to the background color input node. And so what that's going to do is that's going to load this in. And notice how when I did this, you couldn't actually see anything. The reason for that is because we are currently in material preview mode. Well, we need to be in rendered mode. So you need to click over here to rendered mode, and then you're going to see this image in the background. And so notice what this does is if we were to turn this sun off, but if we were to look at this image now, the way that this is rendered, this is now showing up with a sky in the background. And so this sky might not have been the very best choice just because it has houses and other stuff in the background, but we'll go ahead and go with it for right now. So basically what you could do now is notice that first of all this is lighting your image, meaning if we were to zoom in here, you're actually getting the image reflecting off of all of your glass surfaces and your reflective surfaces. So you're actually getting light cast in here, and this is acting as a real environment. And also what's happening is the lighting information inside of this image is providing light inside of your actual rendering. So what you can see here is you can see how this is the brightest part of that HDR file that we brought in, and so what that's doing is that's lighting up our scene. So the brightest parts and the lighting information contained inside of this HDRI file is what's lighting our scene. And so notice that you can take this and you can adjust the strength of it, either down here in the background setting right here. You can adjust this to make it stronger, so it'll cast more light. You could type a value in here as well. You could also make it dimmer by typing in a lesser value. So notice how you can kind of adjust that, and then from there you kind of fine tune this using your exposure value, which you can find inside of your render properties. So if you go to render properties, color management, you can adjust the exposure of this image and also the gamma of this image. So a lot of the time you'll bring your gamma down and your exposure up. So, and you can kind of mess around with the settings to really get the best result. And you can see how you can adjust those things inside in addition to the actual brightness of your background. A lot of the time what people do is they crank the brightness of their background up and it makes everything look washed out. And you need to be careful not to do that. But sometimes what you want to do is you want to move the HDR image. So right now, for example, let's say we wanted to rotate this image. Well, currently there's no real way to do that. But what you can do is you can add a couple nodes. And so when you add these nodes in here, you're going to be able to move around your image. So to do this, you can just do a Shift A, and you want to search for a texture coordinate node. So that's just going to generate the coordinates associated with your texture. You can drag this down into your vector, and so that's not going to do anything by itself, but then if you do a Shift A and you also add a mapping node, like this, and you click right here, and you can see how that'll automatically link up those two nodes. Now you can adjust the rotation of your image by adjusting the rotation on your mapping node. So you can see how I can click and drag this. You can also move this like up and down. You need to be really careful when you do that though. So otherwise you can get some really odd different results. So, you know, you can definitely mess around with these if you want to, but you need to be a little bit careful that you're not really taking everything and creating a whole bunch of distortion. But with this method, not only can you bring in an HDRI background image, you can also move it around using the mapping nodes. And so once you're done, and we'll type 0 to go into our camera view, and I'm going to rotate this so I get a little bit more of a rural or a sky image back here. I'm probably going to switch this up to a different HDRI. But now if you were to take this and you were to go up to render, you were to render this image, you can see how you get a rendered image with this background showing up inside of Blender. So that's where I'm going to end this video. We can talk more about these in future videos, but I wanted to give you a quick idea of how to add those HDR background images inside of Blender. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Was this helpful to you? Do you like tutorials like this? I just love having that conversation with you guys. If you like this video, please remember to click that like button down below. If you're new around here, remember to click that subscribe button for new Blender content every week. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.